Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Puan Noraida. As introduced, my name is Edward Kennedy. I represent IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. Today's session will be to cover the effective usage of what you see in front of you now, the IEEE Explore database. I'm not here today to teach you how to search because everybody knows how to search. But my purpose today is here to teach you how to use this database effectively and to search effectively. Because this database is not for you to use like how you use Google. If you're going to use this database like how you use Google, then you're going to underutilize this database. So that's why I am here this morning, to teach you how to use it effectively to obtain the information that you need to help you in your research. All right. Okay. First of all, I need to draw your attention to this part here, access provided by. This is my screen, so that's why it says access provided by IEEE Sales. But on your screen, when you access through the correct method, like what Noraida showed you just now, you should see access provided by UTHM, yeah? University Tun Hosnau, Malaysia. If you don't see that, that means your access method is wrong. Okay, you have accessed it wrongly. So please check with your librarian again on how to access it, whether you're on campus or off campus. You will have to access this database the proper way. Only then you will see access provided by UTHM and you will be able to use the database permanently, properly and download content. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I need to direct your attention to here, creating a personal profile. Okay, this is not mandatory, but it is advisable to create your personal profile. Why? When you create personal profile, you can use a lot of personal preference features. For example, you can follow authors, you can set bookmarks, you can set alerts, you can save your searches and save your projects. Okay, these are the 5 things you can do. But if you don't create a personal profile, you can still search, you can still download, but you cannot do the 5 things that I mentioned just now. You cannot set favorites, cannot set alert, cannot have bookmarks and all that. Okay, so it's advisable to create a personal profile. It's not mandatory, but it's advisable to create. So to create, just click on create. So when you click on create, it will come up with this form. Then all you need to do is just complete the form and click create account. That's all. Okay, very simple. So after that, after you have created the profile, you can sign in, personal sign in. This access provided and these are 2 different things. This one is from your university. This is your personal profile. So here I'm going to sign in with my own personal profile. All right. So once I've signed in, you will see my name here, welcome. So the same thing with you. Once you've created the account and you've signed in, it will show you welcome and your name. So now, which means your personal profile is active, okay, on this database. So now number 3, to check the contents of your personal profile, to do your settings, under my settings, you go to preferences. Okay, under preferences, you can set how you want the database to work for you, for your convenience, okay? I will explain this entire page to you. First of all, your search preference. Whether you want to search all metadata or full text and metadata or full text only, you can set. The default is all metadata. And then your search history recording. So you can turn it on or off. If you leave it on, then throughout whatever that you search throughout your session, you will be able to retrieve it back later. Okay, and then your results layout, you can set it whether you want just the title only, title and citation, or title and abstract. The number of results per page, you got up to 100. The sorting order, okay, sorting order you can change even while you're searching. And then the search content. Okay, because this database also has not just IEEE content, it also has open access content. Okay, so that's why we have the Oxford Press, University Press, MIT, and a few others. Okay, but of course the main one is IEEE and IET. Okay, so the best is you select all so that you will get everything. Okay, and then your citation downloads, you can set how you want it, what kind of format, and the alert options, whereby your email address. So this is important because when you set an alert, it will send an alert. I will explain all this to you later as we do the searches. Yeah, you will have to set an email address that is active. So once you've done that, just click on update. So now, see, personal preferences updated. So now you are ready to use the database. Okay, now you're ready to use the database. So you click back on this logo, it will go back to the front screen. Okay, so these are the main things you need to pay attention to. Yeah, the access provided by, create a personal account, and to set your preferences. Once you've done that, okay, now you're good to go and you can start using the database to its full power. Okay, now let's start with the database. First of all, just want to explain to you what this database contains. As you know, the name, Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. So basically, electrical and electronic. But it covers three areas: electrical, electronic, telecommunication, and computer science. These are the main three areas. Yeah. So if you're looking for anything other than that, you will not find it in this database. Okay, this is purely for engineering only. Okay, so what do you have access to? Okay, under the browse, you see you have books, conference calls, journals, and standards. But UTHM only subscribes to the conference, papers, journals and magazine, and standards. IEEE conference, IEEE journal, and IEEE standards. So what are conference papers? Conference papers are ongoing research content. Okay, IEEE is not just a publisher, we are also a conference organizer, and we organize about 2,000 plus conference every year throughout the world. So all the papers that are presented in those conferences will be located here. So what is a conference? Ongoing research. Okay. Then you have the journals. Okay, the books and courses, UTHM doesn't have access. Yeah, so you click also no point, you won't be able to see what is inside there. Okay, journals and magazine. These are IEEE journals and IEEE magazines. Okay, currently IEEE has about 300 plus journals. Okay, Q1 journals. And what are journal content? Journal content, verified content. Okay, verified articles. And then besides being a publisher, besides being a conference organizer, IEEE is also an SDO, Standards Developing Organization. So we also have IEEE standards. Okay, standards are regulatory information. Everything in this world needs a standard. You have to conform to a particular standard, just like ISO. This is IEEE. Okay, and the most popular standard in IEEE is this one, IEEE 802.2. This is a very popular standard. Everything that requires networking, okay, your mobile phone, your computer, your smart home devices must follow this standard. And this standard is available here. Okay, so these are the three types of content that is available here. Okay, so what are the areas that is covered? So let's say, for example, I can click on the journals, browse on the journals, and you can see what are the topics that the database covers. Yeah. So you click by topic. And then you click all topics. Okay, so you can see here, this is what it covers. Anything outside of this is not inside here. So you have aerospace, bioengineering, communication, networking, broadcast, components and circuits, computing and processing, engineering materials, engineering profession, field waves, electromagnetics, general topics, geoscience, nuclear engineering, photonics and electro-optics, power energy, robotics, signal processing, and transportation. So this is what this database covers. Anything outside of this is not inside here. Okay, so you can check under the browse and then click on the journals and you can see. All right, so let's go back to the home page. If you have any questions, just unmute your mic and ask me. All right. Okay, so I'm still under the browse. You can see recently published and popular. Recently published is to show you the updates of this database. How often is this database updated and what was updated? So if you click on recently published, this is just giving you a brief introduction to the database so that you have a better understanding on what this database is. Okay, so the last update was on November 8th, yesterday. Every week, this database is updated. So this is not a database where it's only updated once a month or 2 months once. No, every week, at least 2 updates. Okay, at least 2 updates. So you can see on yesterday, November, under the journals, these 3 journals were updated. There were new articles added to these 3 journals. So if you click on the conference, same thing also, you can see the last update was yesterday, and these are the papers that was added. Okay, and then same with the standards. Okay, the last update was on Tuesday, and this was the standard that was added. So as you can see, the database is updated every week. So it's very active and it's real time. All right. And then still under the browse, you have the popular. When you click on popular, is to show you what are the popular content in this database based on the statistics of downloads and searches worldwide, not just Malaysia, not just UTHM. Okay, worldwide, these are the top search terms, and these are the top articles that were downloaded. So if you want to read the article, you can just click on the title and you can open the article. So this is the article name, this is the journal name, and these are the authors. Okay, so this for all. So if you just want to view journals, you can see journals. Okay, so under journals, so these are popular articles. Yeah, these are popular articles. Let's see what are the popular articles. So this is sitting right on the top, artificial intelligence. This article belongs to this journal. This is the name of the journal, and these are the authors. All right, so let's the results display is the same for any kind of search. Okay, and these are the top search terms. So if let's say you want to perform a search on big data, you can just click on this. Okay, you click on this, it will open all the content inside here, which is 89,568 on big data. All right, okay, so that's what the recently published and popular are all about. Okay, now next. Currently, the database has got 6.1 million articles total. Okay, total 6.1 million articles, and this number will grow almost every week. Okay, every week it will grow, it will change because we are adding more and more content. Every week we are adding content. Okay, so before we go to the search, let me just explain the front page. So on the front page, every week we will have this page here, featured authors. Okay, 3 featured authors. So why are they featured? They are featured based on their contribution and their content, what they are writing about. Okay, so if it's something that is important, something that is carries a high impact, then it will be featured here. So every week we will put new three authors. So because remember just now I said you have to create your personal profile. So if you create your personal profile, you can follow the author. So for example, if you want to follow this 𝐗𝐸𝐥𝐸 Liu from Switzerland, and this is her content, you can just click follow. Okay, this is the featured article. Okay, this is the featured. So, but when you follow an author, you are following her for everything. So at any one time, this author, if she create and add any new article or she updates anything, you will receive an email. And it will say that this author has created a new article, so you can go in and search for the content. So it just keeps you updated. All right. So if you want to unfollow the author, just unfollow lah. All right, simple as that. And if you want to read this article, what is this article about? Just click on it. Okay, when you click on it, the article will be open and you'll be able to read it. So this article, you can download the PDF. This is the HTML version. These are all the co-authors. Okay, every author, you can go in and follow them. Okay, you can click on their name. For example, this author, Toby Delbruck. You can click on the author's name to find out more about the author. Okay, and you can follow them. So every author, so you can follow. So this author, it tells you how many publications, how many citations, since when, and his content. All the articles that he has published will be listed here. All right. So anytime you click on the author's name, you will get this page. Okay, so let's just go back. Okay, so that's the featured authors. Next one is featured articles. Same thing also. Every week we will change. We will put the top 3 here. This is to based on the contribution. So this article and this author are not matched. They don't match. Okay, this one is separate. This one is separate. Okay, we feature 3 articles based on the impact in the world, impact in the industry. Okay, and then the next part is news and updates. This news and updates is purely related to IEEE only. So if we have any webinars, online webinars, or any functions or any CSR programs that we are doing, you will have the information. I mean, we'll put the news here. Okay. And finally, you will have the conferences upcoming. The one that passed already is past, finished. This is upcoming. That means from now onwards. Okay. So the top 3 conference that is features is next year, 19 February, 25th February, and 25th June. Okay. It's 2024. If you want to know more about this conference, what is this conference, you can click on about, or you want to register, you can register. If you want to see all the conferences from now onwards, because this one is just showing the top 3, so you can see all upcoming. So you see all upcoming opens another page here. So can you see this second tab? Can you see this?
I can see.
Okay, the one with conference search results. Okay, so here is all the conference. So this one will start from today, from 9 November. Just now here, it only show you the top 3, but this page, it will show you all the conferences, okay? From 9 November right up to next year, okay? So if you want to know any information about the conference, just click on the title. So when you click on the title, it will open and then it will tell you what is this conference all about. You want more information, you click on conference website. So in the conference website, you will be able to register, submit your papers, participate. And these conferences are not free, okay? You have to pay. They are not free conferences. All these conferences are chargeable. You have to pay, and it's all in USD. All right? So back to here. So that's what the front page entails lah. So do you have any questions so far? Okay, so no questions. Let's move on. Let's move on to the search. Okay, the database basically primarily has 2 main searches. One is the basic search and one is the advanced search. Okay, so the basic search is also broken down into categories. You can break down the categories or you can just click on all. So let's try all, okay? So if now I search for sensor network, okay? So this is known as a not so effective search because you know why? I will show you why. So when you click search, you type in sensor network, but it's searching for 2 words. It's searching for sensor and network. So it's actually doing a word search. It's not searching for sensor network. So how do I prove that? You see here? You see this yellow part here? There is a break in between. So that means it's searching for sensor and network separately. You see here? You see the word network, sensors, sensor network, see, networking. You saw that? So it's not accurate. This is not accurate. So when you type like this, it's not accurate. It's searching for word. So anything has got the word network, got the word sensor, it will bring it up. So it's not efficient. So how to make it efficient is by putting in quotes like this. And now this becomes a phrase network. So you look just now, we search sensor network is 207 hits. Let's look at this sensor network with the codes. Now it becomes a phrase, the actual phrase of sensor network. So now when you search, right? You see the result, 44,000 hits. So there's a far difference. And you see the yellow is highlighted together. There's no break. So now it is searching exactly for sensor network. Okay. So if let's say you want to add, you only want to search for wireless sensor network. Now it will search for wireless sensor network. But if you don't put the codes, it will search for 3 words: wireless, sensor, and network. 3 separate words. So it's not effective. It's not efficient. Okay. Now this one is only for sensor network. And then from this search result, if you want to filter further, you can do search within results. Let's say now I type in here energy, okay, harvesting or consumption. Okay. Then I search. Now it's only searching inside this 28,000. It's not searching the whole database. It's searching energy consumption within wireless network. You see that? Wireless sensor network, energy consumption. So your results are 7,000. And then the results are categorized. Conference, 6,000, journals, 800, magazine, 27, early access, and books. Of course, books, you have no access to it. So you can't see. This is my screen, so that's why it shows. But in your screen, it won't show. Okay. So what is early access? Early access means unpublished content, content that has not been published yet. Okay, it's not come out yet, but it's still available in the database. So it's early, it's unpublished yet, not yet published, but you still can download it. Okay, so from here, you can break down what you want. So if you just want the journals, then you click on journals and then you click apply. All right, so now wireless sensor network, energy consumption, just the journals only. Okay, and then you can further filter here. There are a lot of filters here. So let's say you only want from 2013, 10 years. Okay, then you click apply, or you can drag this also can, yeah, you can drag it. So you click apply. So now it reduces the results. Okay, so now 864, and then you can further filter. You can filter by a certain author's name. You can filter by affiliation. Okay, you can filter by publication title. Okay, this is the journal names because this is journal. You can filter by publisher. Let's say you only want IEEE, you don't want the open access. Then you just click IEEE. You can filter by supplemental items. Okay, this one later I will explain to you what this is when we go in, because I will show you the entire collection. And then you can filter by publication topics. You can also type here. Okay, so let's say you just want census. Okay, then you press enter. Okay, and then you select censor placement. Then you update, apply. So now your database, your search result from 800 over has reduced to only 30. Okay, it's reduced to only 30. So now this is efficient. So now you just concentrate on this 30. You don't have to look through the 800. And then if you want to read at the content that is popular, and very simple. From this search result, you change your sort order to either newest, oldest, or most cited by. Okay, this is the most popular or most popular article. So most cited by means the articles that have heavy impact. Most popular means that means downloaded by many people. So these two are different. This one heavy impact, this one most downloaded. Newest, of course, newest. Oldest is oldest. All right. So you want to read more the heavy impact articles, you click on most cited by papers. So now it sorted all the 30 and it put the most heavy impact one here first. So this is a heavy, you see that cited by 107 papers. So of course the top one will be the most heavy impact article. Okay, so you want to go back to the original search result, very simple, just remove all these. So let's say I remove the 2023. I remove the censor placement, I removed all the filters lah. So you don't have to redo the search, yeah? You can just remove everything. Okay, of course, this one is general, so don't remove lah because you want to see the general. So now you come back to the 864. All right, so that's how you effectively use the database and save time rather than looking at a long list and then going through one by one. You're going to waste a lot of time, right? Now, let's try and understand. You know what these search filters are. So if you just want open access only, you click here lah. That means you want to see other content other than IEEE, so you click here. So when you click that, now it will show you open access content, which includes other content, including IEEE also. Okay, so you can see here, this one is an IEEE publisher. This one is from Korean Institute of Communication. Okay, so they will have others. IEEE also, same content also has open access, so that's why you will see it here as well. Okay, but you will see other publishers as well, right? Okay, but if there is no, if you click on all results, also same. But it's just that you have to search for it lah. But if you click open access, it's just open access. So let's go back to all results. Okay, now let's try to understand the results display. Okay, the results are displayed like this. And all of your content should be green lock. Okay, this padlock should be green color. If it's red, that means it's not in your subscription. Okay, if it's red, either it's not in your subscription or here, access provided by not proper. That means you log in the wrong way. You access the database the wrong way. But most of the time when you log in everything correct, this will all be in green. Okay. So now let's understand the results. The first line is the article name. Second line is the authors. Third line is the publication. In this case, it's a journal. So this is the name of the journal. Okay. And these are the number of papers cited. This article has been cited by 918 papers and has been cited by 4 patents. And then you can view the abstract. You can view the HTML version. You can download the PDF. Okay. So now, for the journal, so let's say you want to see what is inside this journal. This article comes from this journal. So assuming you want to know what is inside this journal, what is this journal all about? So you can click on the journal name. You will go inside the journal. Okay. So now you can see the impact factor of the journal. You can see what are the popular articles of the journal. Okay, you can see what are the early access content of that particular journal, and you can see, you can read about what is this journal all about under About Journal. Okay, so now it tells you what is the aims and scope, what is this journal all about, what kind of content is in this, and what are the subjects that this journal caters for. So this journal only caters for these 3 subjects. Everything else is not inside this journal. You have to look for different, and you will understand the journal. So let's say you like this journal, you want to add it to your favorite, you can add to your favorite. So now this journal will always be in your favorites. Okay, where do you find this favorite? My setting, my favorites. Okay, so under my favorites, this is the journal. Okay, you see it's there. If you don't want it, you can delete here. So you delete here, then it will no longer be in your favorites. All right, so this is one of the features that you have when you create your personal profile. Okay, you can also turn it off from here. Okay, so you unclick this, it will remove the heart, it will remove the favorites. Okay, we just refresh the screen. Okay, and then the next one is add title to my alerts. So what is this for? So you can add this title to an alert, which means when you add this title to an alert, every time there is a new article that is published in this journal, you will receive an email. So you say, okay, there is a new article in this journal. So you can click on the link and open the article. So you don't have to every day come and search and check what is inside this journal. So this is another feature, the adding the title alerts. Okay, so if you add it, just click on this and it will be added. So where do you see? You can remove from here. Where do you see? Same thing under my setting, alerts. Okay, under alerts. You have to click the journals and magazines tabs, and then of course, because there are 300 journals, you have to scroll one by one. Okay, so you see I have added this under my journal, so you can see notify me when new issue is posted, or notify me when new issue is complete. So you can select what you want to be notified about. Okay, so I don't want anything, so I'm going to remove it. Okay, so I go back. So same thing with this journal. If I don't want, I can remove the alert. So no more alert. Okay, so these are the three personal profiles features that you know. One is following authors, second one is adding favorites, third one is adding to titles. So this is where you get to see your journal information by clicking on the publication name. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so that is the publication name. So if you click on the author's name, any author, it will give you information about the author. And as I mentioned earlier, you can follow the author. And the purpose of following the author is to get updates about the author. And when you come into the author page, you will see all this information. What are the publication and what are the articles that that author has written, which same thing, you can download, you can click. So as you know, the top is the title, second is the author name, third is the publication name. So since this is a conference paper, this is the name of the conference. It is the name of the conference that this paper exists, right? Okay, and then you want to see the number of papers that cited this article, the 918, you can click. It will show you all the citations. Okay, these are the citations. So the citations, there are two types of citation. One is IEEE citation and one is other citations. So the citations are usually at the bottom. Depending on your browser, sometimes this happens, it will move you around. Okay, so you just go back down. Okay, so these are the citations by papers. So 522 are IEEE citations. The 396 are other. So if it's an IEEE paper that cited this article, then you can download the PDF. But if it's other publications from outside of IEEE, of course, there's no PDF because it's not IEEE content. But we have given you the link for you to search the article. So you can click the link to search the article, okay, for other papers. So if you want to download all the citations, just click on download PDFs, or you can export. Okay, you can export citation only, but of course you have to select first. So you select all, export, you can export all the citations. Okay, so you choose what format, and what do you want to include, and then you click on download. Okay. Okay, so that is for journal. So now let's go back to the original search. So you just remove. You don't have to redo the search again for wireless sensor. Don't have to do it again. Just remove this. Okay, we come back now. Right, so this is what we search for. Okay, so here, this is for batch downloading. So this is your main results, the 222 main results. So let's say you want to download 5 articles. So you sort by most cited. So you want to download the top 5 articles. So you click the top 5 articles. Then you can click download PDF. Okay, so the 5 article will be downloaded in a zip file, and then you can explode the zip file on your laptop or your desktop. Okay, you click on download. This one you can select the display, whether how many per page. You can also export from here, so you can select the top 5. You can export the citations. Okay, you can export the citations just like just now. You can export it, or if you want to save these articles, you don't want to download it, but you want to save it into a project, you can go to my research projects. So if you already have created a project, then you select the name. But if you don't have a project, you can create a new one. Okay, create. Let's say we create. I will continue from where I stopped just now. Yeah. Okay. So we stopped at the sensor networking search screen just now. So we will perform that same search again. Okay, so I will, yes, you're most welcome. Perform sensor network. As I mentioned earlier, if you type in the word sensor network, if you type in without the codes, okay, without the codes, if you type in without the codes, you are actually doing a word search. Okay, you are searching the word sensor and network separately, as you can see here. You see there's a break here. Okay, you see sensor, network. So as long as the article has got the word sensor and network, it will search. So this is not very effective, right? So you are searching for sensor network. So to search for sensor network, you have to type in sensor network with the codes, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, with the codes. So now you are searching for the accurate sensor network. So now you are searching for the phrase sensor network and not just 2 different words. So anything, even if you type in a title, if you type in more than 3 words, you will have to use that. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me sign in first. Forgot to sign in, so just let me sign in. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me just get my signatures in. Okay. All right. So, and then I'm going to break down this search again to shorten it because it's 44,000 hits. So I'm going to do searching within the results, and I'm going to search for energy consumption. So I just type in the word energy. I get a drop-down box. I click on energy consumption, and I hit on search. So now I've reduced my results to sensor network. Okay, and I have got 9,302 results. Okay, and then I'm going to break it down by searching for shorter period of time. So I bring it down to 2013. I apply, as I explained earlier, these are the filters which you can use. So now I have 4,843. So I can filter by author, I can filter by affiliation. Okay, I can filter by publication title, depending on what journal you are looking for. Let's say you're only looking for transactions on wireless and communications. So now we can apply. So now I have filtered down my major results to the results that I want. So now I have 30 articles. Okay, so as I was explaining earlier, you can download all of these 30 articles in a PDF form by clicking select all on page, click download PDF, so it'll download. But this download feature only downloads 10 PDF per time. So if you got 30 articles, you have to download 3 times, 10, 10, 10, and you have to select the different articles. Yeah. If you hit on download, it will download into a PDF format. Okay, download into a zip format, and then you can explode the articles into your laptop or your desktop. Okay, and then you can also export the citations from here. For these 30 articles, you can choose the format and export them. And you can set a search alert. So setting a search alert means, earlier I explained to you setting a title alert. Title alert was to set a title alert for the journal. Okay, for example, this is a journal article, and as I said, the first line is the article name, second line is the author's name, third line is the publication name. So in this case, this is the journal, because we selected this journal just now, IEEE transaction. So if you like this journal and you want to be updated, you can click on the journal name. Okay, you can click on the journal name, and then you can set an alert for the journal. You see that? You can also add the journal to your favorites, as I explained earlier. You can add the alert to your journal. So when you add title alert to this journal, that means anytime there is a new article in this journal, you will receive an alert. Okay, the alert will come in and it will tell you that there is a new article in this alert. So then you can open back and you can view the article. Okay, but setting a search alert is a different thing. So when you set a search alert, you are setting a search, so you have to give it a name first. So let's say I give this UTHM 1, save. So which means you will receive an alert every time there is a new article that satisfies this search criteria: sensor network, energy consumption on this journal. Because this is your search result. This is your search. Your search is sensor network, energy consumption. So anytime there's a new article on sensor network and energy consumption, you will receive an alert. So that's what search alerts mean. Okay, and you can see the search alerts under my settings. Go to alerts. And you look under save searches. Okay, so under save searches, you will see the UTHM1. Okay, so now every time there is a new article on energy consumption in this journal, you will get an alert. So you can switch off the alert by disabling it. You can delete the alert by clicking delete. Okay, so you press the X here, you will remove. That means you won't receive any more alert. Or if you want the alert, but you don't want to be notified, you press this. Okay, so you won't be notified. So you can remove the alert also. All right. So now let's get back to the results. Okay, so search history will be for you to check. Remember in your preferences earlier, I showed you that you can actually set a search history. That is to keep a track of what you were searching throughout your usage. So when you click search history, you can actually see what you search for, what you used earlier, but make sure it's on in your preference. If it's off, you won't get it. So just now, you can see at what time, today at 9, at 11, 12, this is what I searched for. Okay, so let's say if you want back that search, The earlier search was this one. Okay, this one, wireless sensor network, energy consumption. So I want back this search. I click back this search. So it will retrieve back. So that's what your search history is all about. It will retrieve back all your search results, search that you performed earlier. Okay, so let's say these 5 articles are important to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can save these articles in a project without downloading them. Okay, so you want to read them again, but you don't want to download them. So you can go and export to projects, my research project. So remember just now, I already created the project called 𝐕𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻. So let's see if it's here. There you go, 𝐕𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻. So now I can select, and then I can click save. You can add notes, you can add text, so you click save. So now all these 5 articles will be saved in a project called 𝐕𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻. So where do you see that? You go to my settings, click on my research projects. And then you can search for 𝐕𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻. There it is, 𝐕𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻. There are 5 documents. Okay, so you click on 𝐕𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻, and you will see the 5 articles inside there. Okay, so the 5 articles will always be there. It will not be removed. So you can read the HTML version, or you can download the PDF. And you can add tags if you want. You can also add notes to each article. Why you save this article here? Why is this article here? You can say, no, this is corresponding to project A or project B, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's how you add articles to projects. So these are the 5 personal preference features that is available only if you create a personal account here, if you log in. If you don't log in here, you cannot use those 5 features. Okay. Now, just now we did a full search. So what if you want to search only for certain categories? You can select here under all. So let's say I just want to search for conferences, and I want to search for artificial neural network. Okay, and I hit on search. So now I'm only searching for conference, yeah, because I selected conference. Just now I selected all, but here I only search for conference, so I will only see conference. I won't see anything else. Okay, so if you select all, then you will see the categories here, like what I showed you earlier. But if you just select conference, then you will only see conference. Okay, so the same thing, you can come here and filter them. You can filter. So let's say I'm going to filter from 2010. Apply. Okay, so now there are 14,000 articles related to artificial neural network from 2010 to 2023. Okay, so what if I want to filter my affiliation? So you can change this, because this is a conference, right? This is a conference. You can use affiliation, or you can select conference location. So let's say you just want to see all the conference that had in Malaysia. You see that Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So you can select and apply. So now you filtered it down to Malaysia. So what if you want to see whether there are any, or in this conference, whether 𝐕𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻 has submitted or presented any papers? So you come to affiliation, you can type here. Okay, you can type University Tun Hussein on here. All right, if there is. But if there isn't, then you can also click on show more, and then you can see here. All right. So if there's anything that's related to University Tun Hussein, it should be here, but it's not here. That means 𝐕𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻 did not submit any papers in this conference. All right. So you can see the other universities here, and so on and so forth. All right. Okay. Now, if you want to change the topic of the publication, okay, you can always come here and filter. So assuming now I only want to select articles related to learning artificial intelligence. Okay, so now this has become an efficient search now. because from a large hits result, you have managed to bring it down to 37, whereby you can start to view and read the article. Okay, so now since this is a conference, just now I showed you about journals, this one is conference. So when you click on the title of the conference, okay, so let's say I open in a second link. Okay, it will show you information about this conference. So this paper was presented in this conference in 2017. So you can see information about the conference, okay? You can see what was the papers presented, all right, in that particular conference. So all the information, and then you can also view the popular articles that was presented in that conference, in this conference, yeah, the ICE2T. Right, so these are the popular articles. So that's when you click on the title of the conference. So if, of course, you already know, if you click on the name of the author, you will be able to see the information about the author and you can follow the author. Right? Okay, so that's one. Then in the basic search, you can also search for authors, particular authors. Okay, you can also search for particular authors. So in the author search, you have to give the author's first name or second name. But let's say you don't know the author's name, but you know one part of the name. So you know it is John. Okay, and then you can click on search. So this is searching for the entire database for John. Of course, you type in John, you're going to get millions of results. Okay, hundreds of results. Okay, because there's so many Johns. But you can always come here and filter to what John you want. So you can type in the second name here, or you can search from the list. Search from which list. So let's say if you John Thompson, click on John Thompson and apply. Okay, so that is the author search. So if you know the full name, then you type in first name and second name is much more easier. Okay, but if you don't know the full name, then you do like when you type in one single name, you will have to come and filter under the authors. All right, you can also do a citation search from here. Click on citation. So let's say, of course, you have to know the publication title. So I'm going to search for Spectrum or IEEE Access. Okay, Access, and I'm going to search on volume 5. Okay, now here on search. So there are 2,344 articles in IEEE Access volume 5. So this is a citation search. Okay. All right, so that's what the basic search covers. Okay, before we go to the advanced search, any questions on the basic search? Okay, so we will carry on with the advanced search. Okay, the advanced search is the same as the basic search, but the only difference is it allows you to search for more than one criteria at the same time by using the Boolean operator and, or, and not. Okay, so as you can see here, you can key in 3 criteria. You want more, you just press the plus sign. You can have more. You don't want, you just press X. Okay, so for example, I can search like this. Artificial neural network, I can say and Parkinson's disease, and I can say not sensor. Okay, see, I can add in more criteria, search criteria, and I can do a full text search. So you see, full text. Then you can select the year here, let's say 2000, and I can search. 115, you see. The advanced search, you can get shorter results because more accurate. You won't get 15,000, 13,000. So it brings you to a shorter result scheme. Okay, so then you sort to most popular, not most popular, you said most impacted papers. Okay, so just now we did the most impact, let's do most popular. Right, so now the 115, you have sorted them according to the most popular. So of course, the newer papers are more popular, and you can see the year here. Okay, so once again, the results are already categorized. Journals, there are 22 articles, conference 92 articles, and early access 1 article. Okay, and I've already explained how to download items, export, and set search alerts. You can do that. So the advanced search allows you to do a full text search, and it allows you to open up your search. It gives you more criteria, search criteria. All right. So this is more suitable if you know what you're searching for, and you can go directly to what you want to search for. All right. Now, another feature of the advanced search is the affiliation search. So assuming you want to search for UTHM content that was published by writers or authors from UTHM. So you can type in University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Remember, yeah, you have to put it in the quotes. And if you straight away hit search, your results will not be accurate. You will get a lot of wrong results. So when you type in something like this, either an institution name or company name, you have to change this filter to author affiliation. Okay, that means you are searching for content that was published or written by authors from this institution. Okay, you want to change the date, you can. You don't want, you can just click on search. So now, yeah. Oh, okay, no wonder. Okay, let me go back and do that search again. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's type in again. University. Okay, University. Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Okay, correct. Yeah, University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Okay, select most welcome. Author affiliation. Yeah, author affiliation is the only way. If you go for full text, you will get result, but the result will not be accurate because it will search for anything that has University Tun Hussein on in Malaysia. It will not search for authors who wrote papers and affiliated it to University Tun Hussein on. So you must select author affiliation. Then you hit search. So now when you hit search, you will get a much more accurate result. So there are 1,557 papers, out of which 1,400 conference papers, 127 journal articles, 6 magazine articles, and 1 early access. Okay, so you can change the sort order to newest. So you can see when was the latest article, 2023, in this conference. Okay, there was a paper on traffic video analytics based on convolution neural network, CNN, published by an author from UTHM on this 23rd 4th International Conference, IEEEI. Okay, so that's when you select newest. And then you can also check other affiliations. Okay, maybe it's related to different departments of the university. So this one is from the IT department of Unity Faculty of Computer and Science and Information Technology. So if let's say you just want this, then you select here and you apply. Okay, and you have selected newest. So this is the latest article, and it was presented in this conference by these authors. Okay, so this is using the database effectively, doing effective search schemes. Okay, so that's how the advanced search works effectively. Okay, now let me go into the supplemental items. So I'm going to use this as an example. Sensor network. Okay, I'm going to say all full text and metadata. So full text means it will search. There's a full text search, of course. Metadata search means it's doing a search on the records only. It only search the index only. It doesn't go inside. Okay, so let me do a search. Okay, so the filters, just now I explained all the filters except the supplemental items, right? Okay, so under supplemental items, there are 4 categories: media, dataset, code, and video. Okay, there are 4 categories. So when you open an article, when you do a search, okay, the authors, some authors, they will attach supporting content to their article. So what are the supporting content? Either it will be a media, a dataset. Dataset means research data, or code, programming code, or video. Okay, so how do you know whether the article has got these supplemental items? You come here. So from this search result of 102,000, let's say you only want those that got video. So you click this. There are 5 articles that have video. Apply. So you can see this button here, video. So that means this article has got a video. So all you need to do is just click on the video and then you will open the article. Okay, and the video will play in the article. Right, so in the article, the video will load. You just click on play. Okay, it's as simple as that. So let's say we go back to the original result. So how do we go back to the original result? We just remove the filter. So video we remove. Okay, let's say you want all the articles that have media. So what kind of media we don't know. So you click apply. So this depends on the author, what he wants to put in. Yeah, some authors, they don't put in anything. Some authors, they will put in. So same thing, you see here, this one has got a media. So this article has got media. Some articles will have more than one supplemental item. Not necessarily one article must have media. If you've got media, no video. If you've got video, no media, no. You can have both, depending on the author, what he wants to put in. So same thing, this article has got media. So you can either click here or you can open the article. Okay, so when you open the article, where's the media? It's right at the bottom. Okay, you have to go right to the end of the article. This is the HTML version. You have to go right to the end. And you have to search for the media. It will usually appear based on, depending on the browser. So it'll take some time to load at the bottom here. There you see that media. Open. And you can open the media. So what media? It could be a picture. It could be a GIF format file. It could be a JPEG. It could be a Microsoft Excel file. It could be a Word file, depending. Doesn't matter what it is. It's just that it's supporting media inside the article. Okay. So let's go back to the search result. And then the next category is let's remove the filter, go back to the original category. Okay, so research data sets. Okay, research data is called. So from this search result, there are 41 articles that have research data. So like I said, not all author will add this. Okay, certain author will give you, certain author won't give you. So in this case, 41 authors have given you. So apply. Okay, so you will see this one here. So this article here has got data set available. So you can click on it. Same thing, it will be at the bottom of the document, the HTML document. So go right to the bottom. Okay, of course, let the document load first. So data set. So this is the name. So when you want to open a data set to see the research data, there's something slightly different. You have to click on it. It will open a second tab. It will go into a microsite known as the IEEE data port. Okay, so to use the data set, you have to create a free account. If not, you can't download the research data. Okay, so once you create a free account, you log in, then you can access the data set. Okay, you can download the data set. This is the data set file. So when you click on it, then it will open the research data. All right. So just remember, when you want to download the data sets, you have to create a free account first. Okay. So that is for data sets. So let's go back. Remove data set. Let's go to the final category, which is the code. So there are 8 articles that have codes applied to it. Okay, so this article has got a code. So let's open the code. Same thing, it appears right at the bottom. Okay, so also it will open a micro compiler known as the 𝐾𝐳𝐥𝐻. This is the compiler 𝐾𝐳𝐥𝐻. So this one is compiled under MATLAB. So just click on code. So if you want to view it in a bigger form, then you have to open on 𝐾𝐳𝐥𝐻. So you can copy this code, you can test the code, you can run the code, you can embed the code into your own project or your own thesis. Okay, you can do all that, no problem. But you have to register first. In order to copy this code, to copy the files to test the code, you have to register. So that's better to open in 𝐾𝐳𝐥𝐻. Sign up. Okay, so once you sign up, you can copy the files, you can read the code, you can test the code, okay, and you can embed it into your own thesis, your own project, okay, you can run the code. So that's what the supplemental items are all about. So there are 4 categories of supplemental item. So not everything has it, depends on the author. If he wants to attach, he will attach. If he didn't attach, it's beyond our control. So 4 categories of supplemental items: media, research data, code, and video. Okay, any questions? Okay. So if there's no questions, I hope this session was beneficiary because we have come to the end. Okay, finally, the top searches. Okay, top searches. It's the same as what you saw earlier here, popular. Okay, it's the same thing. So when you click on top search, it just gives you the top keywords that was used in this database. Okay, so let's say I also would like to look at the blockchain or NOMA. Okay, so you just click. So it will retrieve the 371 articles with NOMA. Okay. Now, so this is the article. You can change it to most popular articles. Right? And then you can also just drop it down to the journal articles, or let's say easy early access or magazines. So let's say early access, apply. Okay, now. Okay, let's go to the newest. Open the newest. Okay, so these are the newest articles, which is 2023, okay, for the top search term that we used. Okay, so we can see most of them are 2023. All right, so which are published this year in the category of various categories. Okay, various categories. So you have here early access articles. Okay, because they are not published yet, because they are not available online yet, so you don't get the HTML. You can only get the PDF. Okay, you don't get HTML because they're early. They haven't published yet, but it's available in this database. Okay, it's not published, not ready for publication yet, but you can read it before it's published by using this database. If you search for this in Google, you won't get it. Okay, because this is not published yet, right? So let's do another search. Let's do for electric vehicle. Okay, electric vehicle, EV, because it's a very popular thing now. Okay, and then we further search for batteries only. Okay, anything related to EV battery. So we can battery management systems. Search. Okay, and then we search for newest. So we can read more about the battery management system for electric vehicles. So now, see, these are available in HTML version. So this is a journal article, and it comes from this journal. Remember, I told you how to check what the journal content. Okay, IEEE Transaction Industrial Electronics. Okay, so you can, if you like this journal, you can add it to your favorite. Okay, and then it also has other related articles here. Of course, the book you can't retrieve, but conference you can. Okay, so these are publications you may be interested in, because the book you don't have access to, but the conference paper you can, right? So let's look at the HTML version. Okay, this is the HTML version, right? So you can cite the article, you can save the article. So save is where? Save to the project, the one that we created just now. So let's say I save it back to UTHM. Okay, so I can save the article. This one is saving one by one article, okay? Because you already opened the HTML version, right? You already opened the HTML version. If you save from outside here, you can save multiple. So you just select here, and then you can add to project. Of course, you have to export to project, okay? If you're saving from that angle, right? But if you already open, so my project, you can select UTHM, and then you can save. But if you open the article in the HTML version, and you just want to save that article, then you click on this. If you want to share this article in your social media or to someone in an email, you can click share, but it will only share the link. And whoever that received that link, if they don't have access to the database, they also cannot access it. Okay, they also cannot access the article. But if they do have access to IEEEXplore, then they can click on the link and access. All right. So now let me just explain the features inside the HTML. You can cite the article. You can also still download PDF. You can check information about the authors. Okay. You can read the article. You can navigate. There are navigation tools here. You can move from one section to another section. So let's say from the abstract, you move to the section 4. You want the experimental results. Okay. You click on this button, it'll bring you back up. You have references. Okay, these are all references. So let's say you click on reference, then you can show all reference. It will show you all the references here. If you want to go to the reference, let's say 13, then show all reference, you can show in context. Okay, so let's say 13. This one is 13. So show in context, go to text. So it will bring you back to where this reference is referred to. Okay, so if the reference is a IEEE article, then you have the PDF version of the reference. But if it's not, then you have to search from Google Scholar. If it is outside reference using a non-IEEE article, then you have to use Google Scholar to search for it. Okay, so the HTML version has got references. Then you can also navigate to the authors. All right, all the authors will be displayed at one go. All right, so you can, from the same HTML article, you can close this screen, and then you can also navigate from here. And the same navigation that you see up here is also at the bottom there. Okay, it's also in the bottom when you open any section. So let's say you want the figures. Okay, so it will collect all the figures in one category, in one section. Easier for you to navigate among the figures. So let's say from here, you can just say show in context. It will take you to the paragraph to where the diagram appears. You can also navigate the references, which I showed you just now. Okay, so all the references. You can also navigate keywords. So the keywords that are used to represent this article for search optimization. So you have read this article, and if you want to perform further searches, but you don't know what keywords to use, you can see here under the IEEE keywords or the author keywords. So let's say lithium-ion battery or multi-port transformer. You just click on the keyword and it will perform further searches. So the document, the article, the system also helps you further your searches. Okay. It helps you further your searches so that you understand better, or you can search for the right thing. Because just now we search for electric vehicle battery management system. But in case you don't know what else can you search for related to battery management system, you're not sure what keywords to use. So open the article, come inside the article, and you will see what other keywords that you can use to search for related related articles. Okay, so that's why there is this category known as the keywords category. And then finally, the metrics. Metrics is to show you the impact of this article, this particular article. So this article in 2023 alone, it was read 290 times since May. Okay, since May, because this is a very new article. Okay, and it's only indexed in Google Scholar. So it's not indexed in Web of Science or other indexing. Okay, because it's a very new article. So if let's say you go back to the search, okay, we go back to the search and you change your sort order to most popular. And then you view the HTML. And you view the metrics, you may have a little bit more. There you go. Okay, so that article, okay, of course, the metrics appears at the bottom here. So this is depending on the loading of the article, so you can view. So you can see since this popular article since 2018, okay, you can select on whichever year, and you can see the citations is Scopus, Crossref, and Google Scholar. Like just now, that new article was only Google Scholar because it's a fairly new article. It has not been explored yet. All right, and then you also have discussion chatbots. Okay, chatbots. You also have videos related to this article. You can also start a discussion. Okay, if you wish to talk more about this article that you downloaded or you're reading, you can start discussions with other users of this Explore database. Okay, users not just from your university, users from many other throughout the world. Okay, so you can start the discussions. You can put a question here, and then the person who responds to you, you will receive an email saying that it's a response, and then you can come to this article and check what is the response. So any article that you retrieve in this IEEEXplore, if you wish to chat or discuss your reading with other users around the world, you can start a discussion, okay, within the article. This is one of the very, very new feature that has been added to this. So you can share knowledge and gain more knowledge by discussing a particular project or a particular paper with users around the world. So all this will be at the bottom. Any article you open, you go right to the bottom, you can start discussions. There may be other discussions started by other users also, which you can join. Okay, same thing. You go inside the article, go to the bottom, and if there is a discussion, you can actually join the discussion. So this is the benefit of using the HTML version. Okay, PDF is for storage if you want to store the article. Okay, you can also set an alert. Okay, so when you set alert, it's setting citation alert. So when you set alert for this article, that means anytime this article is cited, you will get an alert. All right. So with that, we have come to almost the end of the session. I know I've taken a lot of your time, and also because of just now the switching from one platform to another platform. All right, whatever that I explained to you today, if let's say you did not catch it or it was a bit difficult for you to understand, you can always go to the help under resources. Okay, open the help and the resources, and the videos are available there. Okay, you just go to videos and training, and then you can check all the videos that are here. So video tutorials. Okay, there's even user guides, but I don't think you need the user guide, but the video tutorial will be more helpful. So whatever that I explained to you, the advanced search, basic search, browsing, content alerts, research projects, personalization, saving searches, and search versus research, all they are individual videos. Okay, there are individual videos here available for you to watch. If today's session was, but today's session I put everything into one session, but in this category you have individual videos which you can watch to use for your to get a better understanding on this database. Okay, for librarians, there's also a section here. If there are any librarians attending this session today, this section is a useful section under help and resources, whereby you can get all kinds of information. Okay, and if you wish to have the title list, you can come under the discovery services, and you can download the title list under the 𝐘𝐲 title list here. So 𝐘𝐲 title list will give you all the titles that are in this database. This is for librarians and not for students or researchers. Researchers, your only concern will be videos and training. All right, and if you want to write, of course, this is a different. I think we had an authorship session in UTHM 2 months ago. So there's an author center here, all about authors. If you want to write articles, all the information is here. So we did have an authorship session in UTHM 2 months ago. So I'm sure you are familiar with how to use this author center. It's also within the Explore. All right. So then you can just go back to IEEEXplore. Okay, so with that, I have come to the end of today's session. If you have any questions, you may ask me, or you can type in the chat box. Okay. Okay, so if they look, yeah, yes, yes. So even if there's no questions now, if you have any questions later, you can always ask your librarian. They are fully equipped to answer your questions. And they can also direct it to me via email, and we will assist. If let's say you're having problems searching for an article, or you cannot download an article, you can always let us know lah. So for that, I come to the end. Thank you very much for your time, for your patience. My sincere apologies for the platform change just now.